Hello children, today I'll start the lesson The Town by the Sea. The Town by the Sea. This lesson is written by Amitav Ghosh. This lesson is written by Amitav Ghosh. Very interesting lesson. Okay, shall we start the lesson? Okay, here pre-reading activity. I think you can read it. I'm not going to explain that. Let's start the lesson. Page number 94. So get ready with your textbooks. So we have to hold your textbooks and turn the page to 94. Here is the paragraph 1. I will read out it. After that you can understand. I will explain it. On December 25th, 2004, the director was in Port Blair. The director was in Port Blair. Just before going into the lesson, so here a small paragraph is there. I want to explain that. Now in this story, you will read about another type of natural calamity. A scientist searches for his dear ones lost in the calamity. In the end, he only collects his slides. He does this to drown his grief in his work. Calamity means what? Natural destruction. Any destruction happen. Here, calamity means destruction. Something damage happen. And natural means so without without the effect of human beings, without the impact of human beings, it happen naturally. It may be earthquake or tsunami or any other natural calamities. Big rain, so much of rain because of so something happen in our writer's life. Not writer, a scientist. We are going to read about the life incident, heartbreaking incident that happened in a life of scientist. After that we will come to know what is the name of the scientist and that and all. So on December 25th, can you remember the December 25th speciality? Yes, it is Christmas Day, right? So on December 25th, 2004, the director was in Port Blair. He was on his way to New Delhi. He was on his way to New Delhi. So from Port Blair is one place. It is a capital city. We'll come to know what is this Port Blair and it belongs to which country, that and all we'll come to know. So just remember, Port Blair is a city, a place. Okay. From there to he was traveling to on his way to New Delhi, means he is coming to New Delhi. So since he was traveling for official reasons, he had left his family in Malacca. Okay, because his official work, he was traveling, and also he left his family in his native place, Malacca. Malacca is his place where his family and he himself will be staying there. For official purpose, he went to Port Blair. Got it? Then let us see what happened. Then he spent the night in Hadow Circuit House, which stands close to the water. Okay, he spent the night in Hadow Circuit House. What is that? He spent his night, one night at that time, where the place is Hadow Circuit House, which stands close to the water. That house is located near to the water, maybe seashore. Imagine, near to the seashore, so many houses will be there, no? So like that, this house also there, and he stayed in that house for night. One night he was there. On the morning of 26th, next day, 26th, he was woken by the shaking of his bed. Early morning, the next day, 26th morning, he woke up suddenly. Why? Because he got some shaking sound, some shaking. He experienced something was shaking. His bed was shaking. So I think you can guess what would have happened to him. Yes, you are right. Earthquake took place. So on the his blood, he found the floor heaving and started running out of the building. He thought he experienced, he observed that his floor where he was staying on the building, it was heaving, it was moving. Slightly it began to move. So immediately he rushed towards the gate. He came out of the building because he understood something is going to happen, some calamity is going to take place. He understood. Then his mobile phone rang. Immediately even he got the call also, mobile call. He saw that his wife was calling from Malacca, Car Nicobar. Andaman Nicobar, you might have heard her, no? Island. Okay, from there, from Malacca, Car Nicobar, from that place, his wife was calling. He could see in his mobile, his wife was calling. Sorry. So we can see right in the mobiles where whoever is calling, because the number is being saved. That's why we can see who is calling. He cut off the call and decided to phone back later. So immediately, as he wanted to save his life, so he couldn't answer his wife's call. So he couldn't answer. He didn't answer. Just he cut off the call, and he thought he can call her later. Because at that time he was about to save his life. He is in his own business. He doesn't have the time to call, to pick up the call and give the reply. So that is the reason he cut off the call and decided to phone back later. Then second paragraph, let's move what happened. When the ground was still, he hit the call button. But there was no answer, and he wondered if the network was down. Okay, at that time still the ground was shaking, still the earthquake was happening. So at that time he thought he put the call button on. But he didn't get any response from that side. Who was there? His wife was there. So he received the call from his wife, but no answer at all. He didn't get any answer from that side. He thought network was not good. Network has been cut off. So he might have thought like that. Then he observed a strange phenomenon. The water in the harbor, some strange formation, some strange process was happening there. That was observed by him. Okay, the water in the harbor had begun to rise very rapidly, and the anchored ships seemed to be swirling. Okay. So as he was staying near to the water, means you can imagine that place is seashore. Okay, he could see the harbor, the water level of that sea was increasing suddenly. And even he came out of the shore, and the ships which and all they are landing on that seashore, anchored there, they began to swell. They are moving here and there, and he ran to the higher ground with others. Okay, he began to go to the higher places so that his life can be saved. He thought he was trying to save himself. Then it occurred to the director that Nicobar Islands are low-lying islands, and some, like Car Nicobar Islands, stand no more than a few meters above the sea level at their highest point. This made him anxious. Underline this. This made him anxious. What made him anxious? So he understood that Nicobar Islands are very low level. Low-lying islands. Nicobar Islands are low-lying islands. They are not high level. Means they are almost below the sea level. They are not above the sea level, but almost little below the sea level. So at any cost, if little rise happen, they will be vanished, covered with water. And what and all existing on that Nicobar Islands, everything will be covered by the islands. We may not able to see the islands. Island means what? All the sides will be covered with water. Right? Islands, Nicobar Islands are like that. There are all the sides, the 4 sides or 3 sides, everywhere it is surrounded with water only. The land is surrounded with water. So that was the reason, and he was so anxious at that time. and that has become the sea level at their higher point. It has become more. He thought he may die, maybe. He would have thought like that. Let us see what happened to him. The director knew that a government office in Kornikovor has satellite phone. He dialed the number again and again. So as he was a scientist, so he might have some influence. Right? He can go to the Kornikobar Islands government office. He went there and he thought that some satellite phones will be there. No, unofficial phones will be there. They may get the connection. So he thought there and he began to dial the number of his wife. When he got through, he received the news that Malacca had been badly hit and there was some survivors. But as for his family, there was no news. So then he came to know about the news that Malacca, the place where his family was staying, is completely filled with water. Okay, badly hit by these waters. And there are only some people, very few people, they were survived. Others and all might have died. So he was expecting his family, he was thinking about, he was worried, longing to see his family, and he wanted to know about his family, what would have happened to him, to their family members, like that he was thinking, but he didn't get any news about his family members. Then fourth paragraph. The director kept calling, and in the afternoon he learned that his 13-year-old son had been found clinging to the rafters of a church. So afternoon time, as he was keep on trying to get connection, so anyhow, at last he got the news that his 13-year-old son, he was just clinging in the rafters, means the topmost part, some borders will be there of the church building, the rafters like shade. So there this boy was holding there and he was clinging to the rafters. How many years old? 13-year-old son. He spoke to his son directly later that night. Okay, that night anyhow he could able to get the connection, and he spoke to his son directly later that night and learned that the family had been in the bedroom. Okay, this happened in that night, that calamity night. Okay, what happened? Listen carefully what happened. He spoke to his son directly later that night and learned that the family had been in the bedroom. Okay, when the calamity was happening at that time, when they were hit by this calamity, at that time the family were all together, they were sleeping in the bedroom. That was night time, right? So they were all sleeping and they were all in the bedroom when the earthquake started. A terrifying sound from the direction of the sea had driven them into the drawing room. Okay, when this earthquake started, so earthquake, it is nothing but tsunami. Okay, and the sea level, the sea water, because they were staying near to the sea, so the water had come, and the sound also, the terrifying sound, no, the earthquake happened, so they couldn't bear that sound. They were so scared, and all together they ran towards the drawing room. But the boy had kept running. That boy was not there, they keep on running outside of the building. He came out and he began to run. When the wave hit, the house dissolved into the splinters and the boy was carried away as if on a wind. So entire house has been dissolved, means completely scattered. But only this boy was left over, and he was carried by the wind. Like how if you blew a wind, or if a paper, how the paper will fly over, no, it will be carried over along with the wind. So in the same way, this boy has been carried away from to other place. He doesn't know where he will go. Then flailing his arms, he managed to take hold of something that seemed to be fixed to the earth. So as he was trying to swim, and he was trying to hold something which is fixed to the earth, so that his life can be saved. So he was doing like that. Through what? Through wave. After wave, he managed to keep his grip. So many waves have been hitting this boy. He was moving along with the water. He was being carried along with the water. So at last he was searching to find some grip which is tightly holding to the earth. So he saw that he was holding onto the only upright structure. He got at least one fixed location, one fixed material. So he got that one and he began to hold that particular structure. We don't know what is that structure. So already we got that, but let us see. And your mother and sister, he told everything. At that time, even the director asked the question, okay, you are anyhow. So here, he was standing like that. Only this is the rapture, and this boy was just alive, and he began, these and all water. So we can even, this is the topmost part of the church, no? So the entire church has been covered, filled with water. It is been. Then only this boy was there. He is also holding this structure which is fixed to the land, so that he cannot be hit by the water waves. And his father began to ask, okay, what about your mother and sister? The director had asked, Baba, they just disappeared. This boy said, they just disappeared. I don't know about them. And how for the first time the boy began to cry. Right? And he began to cry like anything because he lost his mother and sister. The director's heart broke because he knew his son was crying, because he thought he would be scolded and blamed for what had happened. Okay, so he felt little bit guilty also. He felt a little bit heartbroken. He was heartbroken. He heard the news about his mother, his wife and daughter's death, and also even his son was crying like that anything, and that boy thought that he will be blamed because he didn't take care of his mother and sister. Maybe he thought that his father will scold him. Okay. So that was the incident happened. After that, with the intervention of the local administration and the officers on the air base, he was able to get on a flight the very next day. He spent the day searching through the rubble and found many possessions, but no trace of his daughter or wife. He came back to Port Blair with his son the same evening. Okay, so he spoke with so many official people, and immediately he took the flight, and he could able to came to that place, and he took his son and some important things he found, but he didn't find any news, anything about his wife or his daughter. So much of he spent the entire day, he was spending the searching like anything, but he couldn't find anything. So many things were there in the house, so many old things were there, but he didn't find even a trace of daughter or wife. Again, he came to the same place, Port Blair, along with his son. On the same evening, he came to that place. When he went to Cornicobar for the second time, I went with him. Okay, in the next class, I'll continue the lesson.